I felt disappointed that Labour Party and Nnpp could not seal a deal. Galadima, welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Buba Galadima is a member of the Board of Trustees of the New Nigeria's People's Party, Nnpp. In this interview he granted on Arise Television, the former Director General of the National Maritime Authority speaks on the popularity of Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, the presidential candidate of the Nnpp, and what puts him ahead of other candidates contesting in the February 25th presidential elections. Galadima also speaks on his personal grievances with President Muhammadu Buhari. Below are the excerpts of the interview monitored by Akinwumi King from Lagos. A lot of people believe that the New Nigeria's People's Party, Nnpp, compared to other major parties, is struggling to find its feet. Some also share the view that the party is only popular in Kano and a few parts of northern Nigeria. How prepared is the Nnpp for the 2023 general elections? He replied, I want to correct the erroneous belief being circulated in the media that Nnpp is the fourth largest political party. I want to say for sure and for a fact that anybody carrying honest, unbiased research in this country will place Nnpp as the number one political party in Nigeria. At least ambassadors that we have met, French, British and American, held opinion that suggests that Nnpp is the party to beat for several reasons. The first is that Nnpp is 22 years old. It had comatose until we picked it up 4 or 5 months ago and dusted it. If in 4 months we can bring the party to this level, only God knows where Nnpp will be in 6-7 months. I want to say that Nnpp is not restricted to Kano or northern Nigeria. We are everywhere. Bring back the clips of Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso's visits to Lagos, to Edo, to Cross River, and other states of the south. He is the person to beat today because of his credentials, CV, and record of performance while in public office. All of the candidates, I want to see that none of them has 20% of his record of performance in public office, and none of them near his CV. Having been a minister, a legislator in both chambers of the National Assembly, and Deputy Speaker for that matter, having been a minister, not only a minister, a foremost Minister of Defense, having been an ambassador, having been a governor of one of the most populous states in the country, I think his CV speaks for itself. He is educated, not only going to school, where people can read under the tree and get degrees, but he had a degree from the laboratory. He holds a PhD in water resources engineering. He is not comparable to any of those other candidates, and if Nigerians are looking for a new Nigeria, away apart distant from what we have today, and the man to vote is Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso. You see, there was an election in Kenya, and reports had it that the ones that were loudest on social media with good supporters came last in Kenya. Yesterday, while we were at Agbo to attend the burial of her mother, Princess Margaret Obaigana, Kwankwaso was in faraway Nasarawa State, that is a state that we considered already is in the pocket of the Nnpp, starting from Mararaba, an outskirt of Abuja. People lined up on the highway for over 200 kilometers to welcome him to the ancient town of Lafia. Nearly 1 million people came out to do that. Of all the candidates, nobody has got such a popularity. He had been in Lagos, you saw how he was received. And I keep on saying, put all the other candidates, I think there are 18 political parties. If they have candidates, let them come all together and declare a rally in Lagos. If it comes to half of what Kwankwaso did, I will ask Kwankwaso to cede his presidency to one of them. You have in the past won the hearts of APC and PDP chieftains, and you sold their ideas so passionately, but today you are selling the Nnpps. What has informed this gear shift for you, and how can the Nigerian public be so sure that your evangelism for Nnpp is not going to be short-lived? He replied, unfortunately, you have just touched an issue that I have discussed in the past. I laughed when you were asking this question. Of course, not that we promoted General Buhari, but brought him into politics and we dusted him because you know that From his past record as head of state in 1983 to 1985, nobody could have touched him with a long spoon. All right. You also know that we had an alliance, the RAPC, of which I was a national chairman, and the PDP had an alliance, and I was made one of a spokesman of Atiku Abubakar, and I had on record all right. I have known Senator Kwankwaso for the last 30 years or more. I was the best man during his marriage. We were in the Constituent Assembly together. We have been friends during the aborted republic, during General Sani Abacha. And what is good is always good. You cannot compare Kwankwaso's performance in public defense. All right. You cannot compare Kwankwaso's performance in public office, human resource development, the creation of economic activities in Delano States. You cannot compare Kwankwaso's performance in public office, human Alright, well, you cannot compare Kwankwaso's performance in public office, human resource development, creation of economic activities in Kano that has brought peace to Kano more than any state of the Federation today. There is no right. Well, there is no living politician in this country today that can have a CV or second or record of performance. Do you want me to stay stoic as a demagogue even when I see what is right? I think what is important is for any Nigerian to imbibe the truth, live by the truth, and support what is right. And I think the only person for me today the only person that can take this country out of the woods is Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. We are not even talking about what he is going to do. We are talking about what he has done, which can be touched, which is verifiable, and none of the people you're talking about has got such a record. From what you have just said, it is clear that President Muhammadu Buhari betrayed you. Can you clarify exactly how he betrayed you? I didn't say no. He didn't perform up to my expectation. And even if he were to be my father, if he cannot perform to my expectation, I have the right as an adult to leave him, which I did. Ask him whenever you interview him, whether directly through him or any of his aides. I have asked for any favor. All right. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. And so I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.